Can you feel it in the air, Dub Nation? That gnawing anxiety, that whisper of doubt that cuts through the usual preseason hype? The Golden State Warriors, the architects of a modern dynasty, are making a monumental bet. They're pushing all their chips to the center of the table, not on a fresh, burgeoning talent, but on the very legends who built their empire. But here's the burning question that keeps us up at night. In a league exploding with youthful athleticism and unbridled energy, are the Warriors signing up for a glorious final chapter, or are they simply accelerating their own inevitable decline? Betting against the one opponent no athlete has ever truly defeated, Father Time himself? This isn't just about winning or losing. It's about legacy, about the twilight of an era, and whether this calculated gamble will solidify their place in history or leave us with a bittersweet taste of what might have been. The ink is barely dry on Jonathan Kuminga's new deal, a move that signaled the Warriors' commitment to their young, developing talent. Yet the very next breath brings news of their aggressive pursuit of free agent Al Horford, a move that, while adding a champion big man, simultaneously amplifies the franchise's most glaring concern for the seasons ahead. The core, the very heart and soul of this team, Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and now Jimmy Butler, are all staring down the barrel of their mid to late 30s. Add Horford to that mix, and you're assembling a starting five that, while dripping with championship pedigree, also carries the undeniable weight of accumulated mileage. As eloquently pointed out by ESPN's Anthony Slater, the numbers don't lie, and they paint a stark picture of the age crisis looming over the Bay Area. Jimmy Butler III will be 36 before training camp. Draymond Green will turn 36 in March. Stephen Curry will be 38 before the playoffs. Al Horford, the free agent the basketball world has contracted to the Warriors, will turn 40 during the NBA Finals next June, Slater wrote. He continued, that's 4 projected starters trying to combat aging in a league exploding with young, developing talent. This isn't just a concern, it's a seismic shift in the competitive landscape. While the Warriors' veteran stars have defied expectations for years, the Western Conference is a relentless gauntlet of rising stars, players who haven't yet felt the cruel bite of a 15-year NBA career. Can a team built on the shoulders of giants, however legendary, truly outrun the relentless march of time against opponents who are just hitting their stride? Curry, Green, and Butler are locked into contracts for the next 2 years, a window that feels both incredibly exciting and terrifyingly narrow. There's no guarantee of success within this time frame, especially when you consider the inherent risks that come with an aging roster. Older stars, by the very nature of their longevity, are more susceptible to injuries. And as we've witnessed firsthand in Golden State, a single critical injury can derail an entire season, transforming championship aspirations into a frustrating battle for relevance. The recent past is littered with cautionary tales. The 2024 season, where the Warriors were the most injured team in the entire league, stands as a painful reminder of how quickly a promising campaign can unravel when the body betrays the will. This isn't just about individual players. It's about the collective fragility of a roster pushing the limits of physical endurance. Yet, to dismiss this veteran group as simply old would be a grave disservice to their enduring brilliance. While it's true that a team brimming with older players faces an uphill battle in the postseason, the Golden State front office isn't just throwing darts in the dark. They are banking on the continued, albeit perhaps slightly diminished, elite performance of these future Hall of Famers. And for good reason. The last time we saw these four operate, they were still highly productive, defying the conventional wisdom of age-related decline. Curry finished as a second-team All-NBA point guard. Green finished third in Defensive Player of the Year voting, Slater highlighted. Butler joined the Warriors and, alongside Curry, helped them close the regular season with a 22-5 record. Horford was a vital part of the Celtics' playoff run. None of these three, nor the projected fourth starter Horford, have shown a precipitous drop in their overall performance in recent years. While Horford did take a step back with the Boston Celtics last season, the Warriors likely wouldn't ask him or Green to be primary offensive weapons. Their roles would be more nuanced, focused on defense, playmaking, and veteran leadership. Both Curry and Butler, however, continued to deliver strong offensive performances last season, with scoring averages consistent with their career norms. While each passing year undoubtedly brings a tougher task, navigating 82 grueling regular season games, followed by 4 potential rounds of intense playoff basketball, it would be a far greater cause for concern if Golden State stars were already showing clear signs of declining output. And thankfully for now, that's simply not the case. Their individual brilliance still shines. But as Slater ominously added, any incremental decline from any of the 4 would hurt their title chances, which are already remote. It's a delicate balance, a tightrope walk, where even the slightest misstep could send their championship hopes tumbling. And then there's Stephen Curry, the face of the franchise, the undisputed greatest shooter of all time, and arguably the most impactful player of his generation. It's almost impossible to envision a Warriors team without his mesmerizing command, his gravity-defying shots, and his infectious joy. But even for a player of his unparalleled trajectory, for championships, a finals MVP, 2 regular season MVPs, the best regular season record in NBA history, time is indeed ticking. Curry's recent thigh strain during the playoff series against the Minnesota Timberwolves wasn't just another injury. It was a glaring red flag, a sign of a body pushed to its limits after 15 years in the league. The internal belief is that Curry's thigh strain in the Minnesota series was a wear-and-tear issue after an in-and-out play-in run followed by a 7-game first-round series against Houston, Slater revealed, shedding light on the brutal toll of a long season. Curry himself has openly discussed the topic of retirement, a conversation that feels almost sacrilegious to Dub Nation. While he unequivocally wants to continue playing for as long as possible, he admitted that each off-season rehabilitation, like the one he's currently enduring, makes it increasingly difficult to maintain his peak performance. Rehab is scary, and you don't want to do it, Curry confessed, speaking about the mental and physical toll of being sidelined by injury. So, if I can get through the off-seasons, I feel like that's the indicator of how long I can last. This isn't just about a player healing, it's about a legend grappling with the physical demands of his craft, a personal battle against the very forces that have defined his incredible career. In a separate but equally important development, the recent buzz surrounding Josh Giddy's potential move to the Warriors has been definitively put to rest. For weeks, rumors swirled about Golden State's interest in the young Australian guard, fueling speculation about a possible roster shakeup. However, a new piece by Brett Siegel for Clutch Points has made it abundantly clear Giddy was never truly leaving the Chicago Bulls. Any talk of him heading to the Bay Area was, in fact, a calculated maneuver by Giddy's camp, a strategic play designed to extract a more lucrative contract from his current team. This was a means of Giddy's side trying to increase the price one last time, Siegel stated, via full court pass. He confirmed that the Bulls are resolute in their desire to retain Giddy, and they are confident he will be returning to Chicago for the upcoming season, likely as a starter on opening night. The question isn't if he will return, but rather, for how much? The debate continues regarding the precise size and length of his new contract, with discussions still ongoing about whether it will be a 3- or 4-year deal. While there are still many moving pieces regarding Giddy's long-term involvement with the Bulls, the overwhelming consensus is that he's not leaving the Windy City. This is excellent news for the Bulls, who are actively seeking to establish stability and forge a strong identity, ideally centered around a promising young talent like Giddy. After a very promising first season with the team, he appears to be the central figure they've been searching for. Of course, Chicago is keen to avoid overpaying, so they are diligently working towards a deal that satisfies all parties. This Giddy saga serves as a stark reminder that in the high-stakes world of NBA free agency, not every rumor is what it seems, and sometimes the loudest whispers are merely strategic bluffs. Regardless of the age concerns, the sheer, undeniable talent residing within the Golden State Warriors makes them a formidable opponent for any team in playoffs. Their collective basketball IQ, their championship experience, and the individual brilliance of Curry, Green, and Butler cannot be underestimated. As Slater aptly put it, the season is a marathon. Rivals wouldn't line up to face arrested Warriors in a playoff series, But the challenge will be getting through 82 games intact and animated enough to actually threaten. This is the crux of the matter. The regular season isn't just a prelude. It's the ultimate test of endurance, a grueling gauntlet that will push these veterans to their absolute limits. So, Dub Nation, as we stand on the precipice of another season, the question hangs heavy in the air. Can this legendary core, bolstered by the addition of another season champion, defy the relentless march of time and the mounting toll of injuries? Can they navigate the marathon of the regular season, arrive in the playoffs rested and reinvigorated, and summon the magic for one last glorious run? This isn't just a basketball season. It's a race against the clock, a testament to resilience, and perhaps the final chapter of one of the greatest dynasties in sports history. The stakes couldn't be higher. What do you think, Faithful? Is this calculated gamble on an aging core a stroke of genius or a recipe for heartbreak? Can Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Jimmy Butler truly defy Father Time and bring another championship banner to the Bay? Share your bold predictions and deepest concerns in the comments below. And if you're ready to ride this emotional roller coaster with us, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and join our daily conversation about the Golden State Warriors. Because win or lose, we're in this together,